The fallout from fourth wave feminism is starting to be seen. It's really just the beginning. There's a lot more to come. Cause and effect is something that it just can't be grasped. It's beyond it. It's beyond the movement. And the interests of a long-run society, the long-run interests, are also completely out of its hands. Good Samaritan spends 2 weeks in prison after helping a young woman fix her car. He spent 2 hours helping her to fix it, which is, it's a pretty dangerous situation already. They hugged. Oh God, that's pretty bad. And he followed her a short distance to make sure she was all right. Well, he's definitely a predator here. Days later, the woman claimed Mr. Barsick stalked her and indecently assaulted her. Well, I'm not even going to bother speculating on the reasons for this. Who knows? He spent 2 weeks in prison, lost his job, and is going through a divorce. Again, I'm not going to speculate on the reasons, what his marriage was like before this, what his job was like, but these things just happen on a word. That's the key point. You just need to have some mud thrown at you, it sticks, and your life can be devastated. All charges were dropped against him after the woman admitted to lying. It's just really dangerous stuff. You've got to think twice. You've got to think 3 times before doing anything. Help has been completely redefined. Everything is being redefined, and it's being redefined in a shocking way. CCTV captured the entire interaction and shows the pair chatting happily and even embracing before she drives away. That's sexual harassment right there. Picture, and we may as well just play this little short video. It's only 30 seconds.
In November last year, Caitlin Gray crashed her car and pulled into a service station when Basik offered his help. Security vision shows the pair talking happily and hugging after Basik attended to her car, but it was after they drove off, Caitlin told police he decently assaulted her.
I've been helping people all my life, I don't know, I just love to do that.
No one would ever expect that as a good Samaritan you stop to assist a broken down motorist, that then you would subsequently be charged with these serious offences.
In November...
Well, I've got to stop there. No one would ever expect that when you stop to help somebody that you could be charged with things like this. No, that's different. You expect it now. You don't necessarily have to expect it, but you have to prepare for it. You have to consider it as an outcome. We've got the quote again from the lawyer. You've got to plan for all this. It's just crazy. I always help people, all my life, and this is the first time the snake bite me, Mr. Basik said. It's going to bite and bite and bite. We've allowed justice to become a subjective thing. It can be ruled. This is Me Too. This is Believe All Women. You can just take it over with emotion. Who knows why she even did this? But it doesn't matter. You can't stop and you can't think, what is she going to use against me, this and that. You just have to not help. This is a really bad world we're creating, and it's a direct result of Me Too, of Believe All Women. Teenager claimed, Kimberly Gray was her name, so let's not mince around. Allegedly propositioned her for sex, and once again propositioned her. Who knows what this means, even if it's true, which she's admitted she's lying, but just the word proposition for sex, you just don't have no idea what it means. You could be saying, hey, let's get a coffee. It could be so indirect. It doesn't mean anything. If you're not interested, you just say no. who knows? It's just, there's no truth in this. More pictures. Here we go. There's the lawyer's quote again. No one would ever expect that as a good Samaritan, you stop to assist and then you would subsequently be charged. Well, this is what's changed. Good Samaritans are now just, you're sort of foolish to do it. I mean, he spent 2 hours with her, helping her with her car. There's just too much ground to be smashed on this. On Monday, all charges against Mr. Basik were dropped after the woman broke down when pressed by detectives in an interview and finally told the truth, that she'd been lying. I feel happy now because I got my freedom, Mr. Basik said. The teenager is now facing a charge of knowingly making false or misleading statement and will appear in court next week. I mean, what's that going to be, a $50 fine? There's no consequences to this. The consequences are so minor. There has to be that element of shame. You have to really stamp down on this stuff. You can't allow this to happen. Mr. Basik said the incident has deterred him from stopping and helping a young woman ever again. Well, I mean, that's an understatement, isn't it? And she's nothing special. She's a bit chubby, all that kind of stuff. So it's just not worth it.